Will be plagued by issues. Sorry for the late start, ladies and gentlemen. You ever have something drastic occur last minute and suddenly have to deal with it and it becomes the most important priority? Just gonna actually mention my apologies for the late start. Hey, ATM. Nice. Okay. I'm glad that you seen. Sorry for the late start. Just had some very, very urgent paperwork that apparently we were unaware of that needed to be done immediately. That we didn't find out until like 5 to 1, so always fun. But hey, record time, and we're here. And now I gotta remember a game. Okay. Trying not to just use the guide, although I do enjoy that guide.
It's empty.
Our type of business doesn't produce a lot of paperwork.
Circles here for a few while I try to regain my bearings as to this. I've been playing a few games in between. I already made these games fun. Do I still own? Okay.
You know, a little clear nail polish would fix these right up.
Okay.
You know, a little clear nail polish would fix these right up.
These are the two things I have. Okay, so I can't effectively see what the fuck this is. Like, that's a good talking point.
You know, a little clear nail polish would fix these right up.
Or having a label. But this is the HUDless game, right? Like, all of this extra stuff isn't even meant to be here. But, like...
You know, a little clear nail polish would fix these right up.
Those are stockings from Meche. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you.
This is sad.
And I try to let them out and they don't want to. Nope, there was it. Does that look like an old one? Yes, they like to do that to me. No. My brain just keeps on turning these into ones we haven't heard before. Into gold ones. Looking down at something on the floor. Let's go back up there. Oh, of course, John Nagate says 100%. It's not here where he's looking on the floor, so it must have been in there. Ooh. Good call, ATM. Good call. Yay, more inventory. Now I have 3 things I can do. Will it tell me what it is? it's a little tiny pickaxe. That's cool. What do I need the tool for?
This is the tiniest little hammer I've ever seen.
It's a hammer. Well, I thank you for your follow as well. John, I'm sure I'm mangling the name. Let's talk to them.
How are my brave little soldiers?
Are you here to rescue us?
I'm working on it. You children just wait here and be brave little angelitos, okay?
Okay.
Now I am ready. Because yes, the obvious thing is I should give the tiny little itty bitty hammer to the tiny little itty bitty something. But maybe there's something I can do with it. It's more practical. And then it disappears.
Uh-oh.
Giving Gladys tiny tools won't be helpful. But I'm gonna talk to Gladys anyway. I haven't been down here since. I may not need to be yet. Trying, but not trying too hard not to use the official player's name.
I think this baby's our ticket out of here.
Oh yeah, good point. I was just wrenching it for fun, but your idea's good too.
Yeah, I figured. I wish I could say more to Gladys. But I probably exhausted that dialogue tree anyway. Also, because of Broken Age, now every time I see a talking tree in any sort of fantasy media or anything like that, I automatically call it the dialogue tree. No. I thought that was just a wonderful tree. Like, I'm sure I don't need to be up here. Like, I'm gonna look. Oh, I'm gonna look. Wait. I'm like in the mats. That's too far. Ooh, the tiny little hammer. Maybe I need to make it. Okay. Yeah. So let's stop wasting my time there and exit. Because I have something we're training. Alright.
Why, I oughta...
I'm so angry.
Stupid chisel. Hold still.
Oh, come on. Yeah, just a bit. And I'm sure it's not doing his light apparatus any favors either. Like, it's flexible, but not any fun.
Hey, Cheppy, check out the hosiery.
Say, these are real silk. Where'd you find them?
I've been wearing them the whole time.
You too? Well then, here's your new best friend.
That feels like it is not
My first Brautella gun. Is it loaded?
No.
Just me.
Hey, bullets are hard to get. Stupid chisel. Cold still.
Okay, so I have done. But no ammo.
My first Brautella gun.
Oh, we're just coming up in the world, aren't we, Manny? Successful casino owner, screwed over salesman, successful boat captain, now gun thumb. Gun. I have no problem with guns. Totally. Shot my first gun when I was very, very young. I was very proficient at it. Yeah, we're way too edgy. It's way too free. Why is it limited? Okay, well, I mean, we don't need ammo to threaten people. Yeah, I got some. Let's just use some more. Use some more. We have lost it. But thank you for tuning in nonetheless. Yeah.
Here, what good's a relationship without trust?
True, a relationship without trust is about as empty as a gun without bullets. Guess you didn't realize a smart girl always keeps an extra round in her hat for mad days. Come on, let's go.
Mitchie,
Why would I give
you don't know
the
what
gun?
I know exactly what I'm doing. Now move!
Would you just listen to my escape plan first?
Trouble in paradise, kids?
You're letting us go right now, or your boy Friday here gets it.
Well, I hate to see you go, Manny, but the lady seems to have made up her mind.
I'm serious. I'll shoot him.
Fine. He really doesn't work for me anyway.
But I thought I'll shoot you then.
No, you won't. You're too good, remember?
I'm not good anymore. You've taken that out of me, keeping me a prisoner here. I'm gonna crack you open like a fake wing vase. I'm gonna...
Kid's all right. She's a firecracker, but a night in the cooler usually dampens her fuse.
What a dick. Where's this fucking safety door? Oh, fuck it. It's very close. I'm in a small town. Not something we used to hearing a bunch of it.
Children's books. It's locked.
Yeah. Let's talk down.
Domino!
Hey, Sport, how's the escape going?
What did you do with her?
I thought she needed a little time out, that's all.
Well, I gotta get back to trying to escape.
Hey, you do that, kid. Knock yourself out.
Some sort of vault. This is locked. It's still empty.
It's empty.
Anybody!
Oh, there we go.
Anybody! Let me out! Manny, where are you? I'm in here! I'm in here! Phoebe! I promise I won't pull guns on anyone anymore!
I don't want to mess up my blade.
Domino, you'd better let me out of here! Let me out!
Come on, just give me a.
I don't really want to do
Manny!
that.
Come on. We got this. Where's that?
I don't really want to do that.
Help!
I need that fucking chisel.
Manny!
How did I not get the chisel?
Help!
Ah, jeez, fucking. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's go talk.
Domino!
Go talk to the miner guy. Thank you for this.
Why, I oughta guard you. Hold still. Hold still. Stupid chisel.
Geppetto!
Huh? Who? What?
That tool looks a little overpowered for you.
Overpowered? Nothing overpowers Geppetto.
If you say so.
Well, I got a long...
Please. Yo, Beto! Have you ever seen an authentic little chipper?
A little chipper? No, I haven't. But I'd sure love to give it a test drive. Say, little chipper, you're okay.
We just made him whole.
I don't want to bust all that.
It's awesome that it's still
Manny, where are you?
right here. I just had to get like
Is there anybody out
some
there?
tools and shit.
It's a bust doll.
I'm warning you, Domino! Manny!
I don't want to mess up the wheel. The wheel's my friend.
Manny!
Oh, I did the wrong thing.
I'm warning you, Domino!
It's a bust doll.
I think I'm running out of air!
If I bust all the handle, then I'm never gonna get in there.
Okay, well.
Open this door! Help! Phoebe!
Must have hit a major circuit.
Bugsy!
But it looks like I've exposed the guts here. Those tumblers must be made of a harder steel than the outer door. I can't move those by hand. I need this wheel.
Hey, fine. It was the deal. Absolutely.
I guess I didn't enter the right combination.
Yes, I know. Don't know about that. Yeah, no, no, no. All right.
What? Oh, when I had them so nicely lined up and everything.
But they were all mine. Oh, do I have to jam something in there then after? Make it perfect. Because we busted the edge off.
I can't move those by.
Yeah, I know. Just keep doing that. Okay. So.
Stay. All right, Mitchie, you can come out now. Mitchie?
She did stop talking at one point. Commentary.
There was a the elevator in my dorm that you could push open while it was moving. You push the gate open and freeze it in between floors and hang out in the elevator for no reason. But there was a little strip of metal up in the corner that the door would plug into when it was closed to know that it was closed. And we tried to get the elevator moving with the door open by sticking our fingers in this thing trying to trigger the little switch. I totally got electrocuted because it was like a live actual electrical current in there instead of
ouch.
So that's where that comes from. that little door closing thing, yeah.
From ill-advised college activities?
Drunken college dorm elevator near-death pranks.
Some sort of metal contact. No. Electrical current makes my marrow tingle. Looks like years and years of coral harvest reports. This can't be what this secret safe is meant to hold.
Ooh.
Esa cosa is heavy. they're all locked up. These must be very, very sensitive coral harvest reports. Meche, are you in there? It's time to come out, honey. No time for hide and seek. Doesn't look like he'd enjoy a piggyback ride. Man, people in the old days were huge. I think that would just bring the whole ugly thing crashing down on me. Ha! Bust all my ass. I already did that from the other side.
For that there. Okay. Size than a tool and an axe. Pick up again, because clearly this is the purpose of the puzzle right now. Is
This must be the big chipper. really feeling like I'm going in circles here. Because it won't let me get close enough to be able to say use that thing. But also weird is that this arrow exists here. Which of course wasn't in the original presentation. Keep looking for him to move his head and look at something so I can get it closer. Or whatever. Hey. Wow. Being a high amount of like 29.8% frame drops, which was fucking sucks. If this is really bad, let me know. Kill the stream for a few. Reset all my enter. Do everything I can possibly do for my end to make it better. Okay, that's not even super helpful. This just look like a big ass star. I mean, maybe I'm just supposed to drop it in the center and then just have it hit that point. Yeah, let's do this with the other cubes. Here, this is gonna work. That's good enough. Let's try to get the massive in the center.
Uh-oh. Oh, Raul. I am so sorry.
Listen steps.
Manny, I knew you would. Why is that door closed?
It was the only way the wind?
Oh. Hey, this is my room. Go use up the air in your own room.
Warning. Fire system. Do not touch.
Let's bring the axe. I feel really silly for walking around with an axe pointing stuff around. Oh, I guess I can't bring it. Anyways, first let's put this down. Turn this little knobby. It's gonna do something and show me what the brain is. If I smash it. Oh, commentary.
It's funny that the casting of Manny was it was tough because you know, obviously you have I wanted to hire somebody who was legitimately Hispanic and not somebody putting on a fake accent.
Right. Oh, for sure.
And normally in a sort of a casting process, you'd sit down with the project leader and you'd probably have 5 to 10 candidates that you'd be looking at, and with Manny we had 2, and Tony was more Humphrey Bogart, and the other actor was more comedic, and I was terrified that Tim was going to go the comedic route because I thought Tony was the guy, and I remember printing out resumes for the two guys, and Tony had a lot more experience. And then there was a really cool picture of Tony taken from Havana, where he's sitting up at the bar, and he just looked cool. And I made sure that went in too, and so just to help kind of push it in the direction I wanted it to go.
That's great.
It's the perfect voice.
Yeah, he's great.
What's in these cases?
Take a look. It's all the double-end tickets Hector and Dom have stolen over the years. Each one stolen from a good soul, and now they just sit there.
That's it.
What?
They just sit there. That's what's been bothering me. In the days when I was a hot salesman, I used to see double-end tickets all the time, and they move.
What do you mean they move?
They become agitated around human souls, and the ticket that belongs to you will actually fly into your hand. But these tickets, and the tickets in that suitcase of Charlie's, it's like they're dead. Why would Hector and Domino be hoarding cases of counterfeit double-end tickets?
Ooh, the plot thickens.
Thanks for not shooting me.
Look, I'm sorry. I should have trusted you. It's just that the past 2 years have been pretty tough, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair. That's completely reasonable. It's being rough as fuck.
That home plumbing sprinkler system looks like it's about to fall apart.
Well, then let's make it fall apart. Probably can't reach it with that.
I can't reach that high.
Wish I could combine items. I'd put that on the end of my scythe. But let's just use the scythe. That's probably fine. I'm just trying to whack some shit. What?
Now, all we have to do is wait for the room to fill up, and we'll just float on out of here. Well, this is disappointing.
Not to me. We don't float, remember?
It's true.
Thank you.
So, there's our drain point. Let's smash it. Smash it, smash it. Also smash it. Oh, good. Gotta wait for when the librarian stamps. Quick, into the catacombs.
After you.
What about the suitcases?
Forget them. They're counterfeit. They wouldn't fit through this hole anyway. Let's go.
Whee!
Okay, you get the kids, and I'll meet you back here with the boat.
What boat?
Well, I'm working on that.
Okay, Manny.
I have to figure a way to launch that ship Gladys found. What I need is a giant stork to deliver that big baby right here.
Big stork. Alright. That's not like a gigantic thing to ask of somebody. But if I can get that chain and hit it into that, it can just drag that whole fucking boat right up through it. Of course there's. Run, bro.
It's the edge of the world, but not the edge I'm looking for.
Suggestive. Sure. Fuck some shit up. Let's run there first, though. Then, once we arrive there, fuck some shit up.
See why they don't give these chisels to the new guys. I can't get out of here. There's no ladder. I can't get out of here. There's no ladder.
Set exit. I can't move, we can't do nothing. Exit. Dude. Why can I do nothing? Am I frozen in a glitch and now have to redo everything? I'm hitting exit.
So this whole environment, I think, was worked on around the end of the game, and we had to bring a few other artists on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Woo! Woo! Yay! Got out of there somehow. Magic. Do you see how the whole thing changed? So no. I'm save. Yeah. Let's throw another save there. Okay. That's max slots anyway. That's old as shit. Let's put that there. Okay.
Uh-oh.
And see, now it's showing, but it's not animated. So weird, because it didn't show that whole scene. It was just gone as an object. But can I where am I going? Too far then. But it doesn't, like, it's not attached to it, so okay, so, like, that would be helpful when... Ooh. What is going on? I, like... Hooked it on maybe I do that again.
Uh-oh.
I'm just trying to see what I can do from here. Which is a whole bunch of nothing and get selected. Continue to fuck the book. Very good. Let's go to the cream.
Gladys, I'm so glad to see you.
Aww. I can't believe you got it to float.
That was the easy part. The trick's gonna be busting through that big coral reef out there.
Bust through a big coral reef, eh? Okay, give me a minute or two.
Tag, you're it! Whee! Tag, you're it!
I can't board without the others.
Yes. And apparently that's what the grindy wheels are. So, let's go get those.
This will do just fine.
You can also use that to make
Works like crazy. Full speed ahead.
what was the name of the tank in Brutal Legend? The one that could drop the blade hinge assault.
What? Oh.
So are you really going to bring me back and try to get your old job again?
What?
There's no
Whole
job for me now except to bring you and everyone else here to the end of the road.
But if you aren't going to use me to get your job back, why did you spend all this time trying to find me?
Meche, I needed to find you.
Oh no. Should of course they have a submarine. They're bad guys.
I give you one job, Manny, and look at you, already screwing it up. I suppose you realize that this is gonna go down on your permanent record.
I guess I have two, motherfucker. Let's do this. Commentary.
So, once
Thank
in a
you. I
while,
would
if
have missed that.
there was a solo part that we could get to be recorded by a real person, we would do that. But I don't know if you remember, we were kind of under a lot of schedule pressure with that.
I can tell you guys were under pressure because right now you have two Grim Reapers fighting on the back
And then
of
there
a
was like, you're
fucking
spending
octopus submarine
$13,000 on live
with
musicians.
stained
Are you
glass windows.
crazy? So we were lucky we could do what we could do at all, but
And look, where are those guys today?
Art
I don't
Deco.
remember their names. So here we are.
Well,
here we are talking
but
about
there are
Grim.
definitely
Exactly.
elements
Those
like
guys
the
are all
fins
dead.
up front here, the
Sorry. I mean, I hope
steps.
they're dead.
I use those as quotation steps.
I hope they're happy
This
spending time with their
I'm
family.
gonna say is sort of an odd duck out part of it. Same with the spikes here.
Which I think actually is true.
This is off. Crazy time.
Woo! This doesn't look good for the kid.
Look, Dom, I'm not gonna work for you.
Oh, don't worry about that. You're fired. Just consider this your severance.
Severance this. Oh, now you don't have an octopus to power your submarine.
I don't believe you, Calavera. You're losing a fight, so you pick on one of my pets?
Why aren't you more like me, Manny? I've been trying to show you how, but you don't listen. If you just adopt the proper attitude, just look what could happen to you.
Careful, Angelitos. Yeah, because they're still their big boss man. Oh, and I guess we've been stranded for like a year. Walking to northwest British Columbia for some reason. No. No, not enough plants and greenery, even in winter. Apparently, yeah, we don't have half as many.
Pugsy Pelagiano, sir.
Waiting room number 2. Next.
¡Flores! ¡Flores! ¿Estás bien?
What? Loading?
Glottis, where'd you go this time?
First commentary.
Alex, you had mentioned on our break that
after this
you were the
commentary,
master
though,
of
I am
playing
going
through
to
this
take a
game
quick bio
the
break
most
as we
quickly.
hit about the
That's
hour.
right. I think you should talk about that because when I played this game, I think it took me a couple of days.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in playing the remastered version to see how long it takes me. I think it'll be, 12 hours or more, but when we were in test, obviously we're playing it, every single day, so we know it inside and out, but when a brand new build came down, we always had to play through from beginning to end, and I was the person that always ended up doing that because I could do it the fastest, and I got down to just a little over an hour playthrough time. I want to say like an hour and 10 minutes was my fastest time. Yeah, it was
That's
something
impressive.
else. I mean, I knew this the whole game, like instinctually, and now I barely remember any of it.
You must have been able to skip through cutscenes or something.
Oh yeah,
because,
you can.
Yeah,
and you can skip dialogue too.
I think
I have a very
cutscene tape
funny
that we
idea for
received
the adventure
so we
game.
could watch them. I want to say it was almost 2 hours long.
It was
If I
like an hour
remember.
and 45 minutes or something.
That's
yeah.
really
Good
cool.
lord.
I'd like to watch that.
But
I mean,
I
guess we're
don't know
watching
if I
it
want
right
to share the idea because I know somebody will end up doing it, and nobody will ever be like, oh yeah, this guy on the stream said we should do it this time, and we totally did it. It was hilarious. But as it has to do with dialogue skipping and LucasArts Adventure fans, current mood in Twitter. So, E3 2021 is in 2 weeks. Okay, memo to myself. Do not be a clown and hope for a Monkey Island game. Either a remaster or new entry. Don't do it. Don't do it because it'll lead to feeling sad when it doesn't happen. Oh my god, Epic Games thing. I know that. No, don't. No. So, pardon my moment here. Epic Games needs to straight off. Thank you. All right. But yeah, that is a good point. And I know we've hit this point where people are all like, maybe it's just better to not have more Monkey Island. I always welcome more. But
I hope that don't fucking know. Which they probably will at this point, because, like, anyways. Okay. Let's explore before I peek at things. Well, I mean, that's a coffin. So.
Oh, Gladys would love these.
Commentary. Look at the buttons, bro.
Bruno? Bruno Martinez?
Really?
You were the guy who packed me in there.
Wow.
You could have at least given me a magazine. 4 years with nothing to read but this damn mug. What are you doing here?
Do like one?
And if you were headed this way, why didn't you offer me a lift? Ah! Wait, I'm getting out of here. This world's for suckers.
We got a coffee mug. No.
It's
There we
funny
go.
because Pete was always great at knowing. Not only would he know it was gonna slip, he would always say no, and then he'd spew out a date, and he was always within weeks. You know, he always and sometimes that date was way past where we were being told the date was. In fact, it always was. But he was always right, and I don't know if it was just a sixth sense or if it was.
Well, I
him
remember
putting it together.
I remember specifically what you're talking about. I'm not going to be completely correct, but early in the year, I predicted that it would be June.
Yeah.
Which was about 2 months past our deadline, and I felt very bold doing that.
Totally.
But I felt pretty on solid ground doing that. Of course, this was internal, just within the Sound group.
Yeah, we never would
share
say that
this
to you.
with other people. And Pete immediately fired back, Day of the Dead. We all said, what? Day of the Dead. What is that, November 4th?
Yeah, like 4th or
Yeah.
5th?
Yeah.
November 5th.
And so, you know what? He was within, we'd have to look at Wikipedia. Do you remember the release date? I don't remember.
Oh, it was October 20.
He was within a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
He was within a couple of weeks, and that was about March that he did that.
Oh,
and
wow.
it's quite amazing that he was able to see that distance. I don't know how he did it, but he said it with conviction too. That's the funniest thing of all, and he ended up being right.
That's the road we came in on. Nothing out there but snow and a perfectly good pair of sunglasses.
Interesting. Great. Where else?
Manny! What's wrong?
Go up there and see!
Hey, where is everybody?
Waiting area 2.
How long do they have to wait in there?
Until they have tickets. They were issued tickets on the number 9, and they don't have them now. The punishment for selling double-end tickets is very severe.
But they didn't sell their tickets. Their tickets were stolen.
By who?
Hector Le Mans stole them to sell to rich people who don't deserve them.
That might be them now. Let's see just what they deserve.
Very severe indeed. Let's talk to that guy. He seems cool. Commentary.
The guy who played the
Gives me an opportunity.
who played these Peruvian flutes, I believe, is from Peru. To look at the credits again, he lives in the Mission. It's like the whole Grimm score lives in the Mission.
What happened to that train?
Your destiny cannot be purchased.
But fucking Nick was a jerk. Still sort of reminded me of James Marsters, though, for some reason. Even
I
though
don't
his voice is
understand.
nothing like
Why has everyone been detained?
Given a ticket, a soul may not sell it.
They didn't sell their tickets. Someone else is trying to.
Bring the tickets. That is all.
tickets are in Almaro. How can I get there quickly?
These rails are already there.
Well, thanks for the help.
The gate opens. The gate closes. It does not help.
So you are in the gate? One of these fancy little glass containers. Heck.
Hey, how'd you get free?
I was born free, Boatnik. Nobody gave me no ticket, so nobody can take it away.
So what are you pacing around here for?
Trying to unwind a little bit. All those years circling in one direction. Gotta even out my life in this world before I go on to the next, you know? Well, that ought to do her.
Goodbye, Chapito.
Happy trails, Captain. And thanks for setting me straight back there in the drink. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under some seaweed. No, I'm gonna let it shine.
I could actually do it. I could walk out of this world right now and not look back. But I can't. I'm not leaving without the people I promised to save.
Commentary. No, go back for commentary.
I remember what you said once about playing, I think it was the Day of the Dead theme, and you got the band to play it, and then you asked them, like, hey guys, would you, something you might play, like in your own band? And they said, maybe on Halloween.
Yeah, that's right.
Which it doesn't sound like a Halloween piece of music to me, but I guess they were just saying it was freaky.
Yeah.
Or unusual.
Your door. Okay, so these rails, it says, these rails have always been connected.
These must go all the way back to Almaro.
Let's do it. Commentary.
And it's also spiritual in the way that it feels. That's how you feel like you feel like this is the end of the game, because when you get to the part in the story where like people are in the clouds or in the heavens, and you start to hear the pan flute music, you know you're kind of near the end of the story somehow.
Right.
But then you go back and there's a whole nother year, which creates a feeling of the game being super long. Like I'm playing Mario right now, and there's more and more levels. After the end of the story, there's more and more, which makes it feels really long. But if you it ends at level 5, and then there's 2 more levels. But if you had 7 levels, people wouldn't appreciate it. But if you ended at 5, and then you have there's more levels, it feels really long.
It's like it's the encore effect.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not that I'm afraid or anything, but there are easier ways into the station, and I'm not walking back to Almaro. Well, thanks for the help.
The gate opens.
The gate closes.
The gate, it does not help. Recently, I was visited by a bird with a human head. Do you know such a bird, Manuel Calavera?
No. How do you know my...
He knew you, and for you, he left this note.
Nice.
I know what you're up to. I've been watching. Stay there. I'm coming to sprout you myself. Yours truly, Hector Le Mans. Híjole.
Who can I give that to?
legendary.
I love those cars. You don't even get to see them in the game much, but there's some neat concept art of them. They have pipes coming out the side of them, which is weird. It's like Lotta's fixed them up. But I think they're based on some actual like snowcat combined with a panel truck. That's because like we'd have this list of things that are going to be in the game, and nothing was just like made a truck, make a truck. It was like, no, let's get Peter Chan design what a cool snowcat truck would look like in the 30s, but also kind of Mayan in a weird way. And
yeah, it is kind of Mayan. That's funny.
Like everything would get designed.
Locked. Probably to keep out the Yeti. Locked. Probably to keep out the Yeti.
There's a sled.
I already got a mug full of that stuff.
Gee.
It's full of caskets. Give me a break. Those stairs are murder.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try killing the stream temporarily. First, I'm gonna save, and I'm gonna try relaunching it here in a few. Because I've been seeing regular high percentages of frame drops throughout the thing on my end, so I'm just... Yeah. Okay, I'm going to kill the stream for a few, and I'll be right back on very soon. If you're following me, you will get a notification, more than likely. Back on in a few. Hey. I don't like having that door open. It leads to way too much noise. Okay, so we're back. I am mulling around anyway, so hopefully we see ATM back. It was hopefully not too long about it. And hopefully that helps the frames. Wow, why is it saying 47%? That is brutal. 50. It's just So I'm sure this stream is trash and not doing any better than it was before. Why is it so low? Doesn't have anything else causing any problems. Let's just get rid of anything that might be eating some buck off steam. What was that? No, just massive frame drops. Hey ATM, I don't know if this has helped any because frankly I'm seeing way more percentage of frame drops. I hope so. If not, I'm going to have to cut it for a while and fucking reset a whole lot of shit. Cause wow, it says 47 frame. It seems okay. I'm gonna go. Just let me know if it gets bad, cause mine is saying that it is bad. So, what's down here? Nice.
Glottis.
Hear the name of the great one. Glottis.
What's happening?
Is that how big
How
they're
many
supposed
days
to be?
has this grand demon gone without driving?
Well, we've been hiking for months.
Months? Oh, then the noble one will surely die.
But
you know, Leslie, I remember how you worked to keep everyone together and to help the team snuff out bugs and get this thing finished up. And I have to confess something after all these years that as we would observe bugs in the game, that translated merely to us as, okay, fellas, we have more time. Let's get back to work.
Yeah.
Let's make this stuff even better. And so we'd we'd see someone's head float off their body and just exit the screen while their body continued to remain on screen. We'd say that's at least another month.
Having some sort of classification for him would be helpful.
We knew what the schedule was by just simply playing the game.
Gladys, I'm sorry. Why didn't you tell me you were sick?
Couldn't stop. Have to save everyone.
Are you in much pain, my friend?
Only because I let you down, Manny.
What can I get you? Will anything help?
I need to race to fly like the old days, Manny. In the bone wagon.
But the bone wagon's not here, carnal.
Maybe I'll see her on the other side.
Can't we make a new hot rod?
Those days are done, Manny. No more hot rod. Hey, what's that red thing?
The gondola?
Sweet decal work. Listen, fellas, somebody get a pen. There it is.
Have a bite of the cookie
My
before I eat it.
final work. It could
That's
save
such
me
a tiny bite.
if you have the right.
I love you. You're awesome.
The right fuel.
What fuel, Gladys? Gladys. I know what you're up to. I've been watching. Stay there. I'm coming to sprout you myself. Yours truly, Hector Le Mans. Meche, we have to get back to Amaro for the tickets.
Oh, Gladys.
Look at paper.
Your mother doesn't work here. Since nobody listened to my last warning about keeping this refrigerator clean, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to lock it until some of you grow up. Signed, the Facilities Department.
Toaster. Commentary.
There was somebody that who will remain nameless, but I remember they said, because they'd come out of advertising, and they said, well, there's 3 types of animation. There are dogs and cats who chase each other. There are dogs and cats that talk to each other, and then there are logos that spin around. Those are the 3 types of animation. So I guess we need to put
that made
chains.
one potentially amazing animator quit.
Yes.
That
And
ended
come
up
to
being
Pixar.
a soup at Pixar. So
Yes.
you can do your own homework to find out who that was.
Fuck. Was that Purcell?
Huh?
Just asking ATM a question if you need. I love you.
Love you. The things behind scene. I love you.
I love you.
Gotta wipe my slobber out of your eyes now.
Yeah.
What should I do next, people? Okay, I went that one. I love you.
I love you.
I get in weird moods, and I don't know how he loves me. Because, yeah. I'm annoying as fuck.
You're amazing.
I love you.
I love you. I guess it's still a bit early for picking them up.
Yeah. I'll be going soon, though.
Okay, my love.
You know, in like 10-ish. I love you.
I love you.
I hate it when people leave their crusty mugs out in the break room.
That can't be the reason why I have that thing. To put it on that.
Sadly, I have no mug to hang.
I just took You give that. But yeah, no, totally. From the commentary there, it was saying that it caused a very. But was Steve Purcell already gone by this point? But he did contribute concept art for Curse of Monkey Island, which was development at the same time. Let's re-listen to that.
There was somebody that will remain nameless, but I remember that they said, because they'd come out of advertising, and they said, well, there's 3 types of animation. There are dogs and cats who chase each other. There are dogs and cats that talk to each other, and then there are logos that spin around. Those are the 3 types of animation. So I guess we need to put
that
chains.
made one potentially
see why they'd say potentially amazing.
That ended up being
Pixar.
a soup at Pixar. So you can do your own homework to find out who that was.
But I mean, technically, Purcell is a suit there. But no, that's worth figuring out who that was. It's sort of alluded to. That's be fun to figure out a definitive answer to who that is. More commentary.
You can hear your brother's charango.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it was a second ago. I think I heard it. It's somewhere in the Mayan train station music.
How eerie. They have the same tool cabinets as GloKidd's. How eerie. They lock up their tools just like GloKidd's. Gondolas? I knew we should have checked this side of the mountain before we walked up. Hey, how about a gondola ride, Gremlins?
He's too big. The gondola is too slow.
Do his thing, man. This is what GloKidd's does.
GloKidd's? What fuel? Well, it's good to know they recycle oil out here at the end of the world. That's no place to put a mug. That's no place to put a mug.
Look at what you do on the wall.
It looks like blueprints for a rocket sled. They're brilliant. It looks like blueprints for a rocket sled. They're brilliant.
Get a decent list of animators who would have been fledgling animators, because they say potentially amazing.
It looks like blueprints for a rocket sled. They're brilliant.
Okay, so I need more fuel. This background they chose almost looks like the verb coin from Full Throttle. Like super basic. Seems almost more of that art style. And the cupboards.
It's full of rags.
Pick up the rags.
Always a good idea to have a clean rag around. I already have a rag I don't know what to do with.
Yeah, I was just trying to close the cupboard, you know. Fucking rag in the toaster.
Happiness is a warm rag.
Interesting. So how could I use a warm rag? Let's
It's the mug I gave Bruno, and it's full of that foam I packed him in.
shit there. Because apparently it is a thing.
I hate it when people leave their crusty mugs out in the break room. I'm not in the mood to dust. I'm not in the mood to dust.
Toasted again.
Happiness is a warm rag. I'm not in the mood to dust.
What about old oil-soaked rags? See, it won't let me get them wet here. Can't select anything. Oh.
This better not stain my pocket.
This is in no way, shape, or form a mistake.
What was in that mug? Something that powerful could fuel a rocket. If only we had more.
Well, I could score you a couple of truckloads if you're interested.
We shoot you now like an arrow into the wind. May you pierce the heart of the wind itself and drink the blood of flight. Speed is the food of the great glottis. Speed bring you life. Come back to us someday.
Ah, yes it was.
You sure this thing's going to hold together?
At least most of the way. Hey, look! We're already to Rubacava. Manny? Manny? Manny, where are you? Manny, I'm frightened!
Honest, dude, you're a speed demon. Why?
Ah, Rubacava! What a town! Remember the glory days, Manny?
Long gone, my friend. There's nothing here for us now.
Except maybe our old car.
Dios mío!
She's been
booby-trapped.
By who? Who?
I love how he just shook his head. So... I just don't trust the glitched out slot.
I'm not setting foot down there. The slightest bump could start those dominoes tumbling.
Yeah, this is Alan Blumenfeld, who really brought a lot of heart to Glottis.
Yeah, totally.
He's just a real sweetheart.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Those dominoes are like one long fuse. I'm not setting foot down there. The slightest bump could start those dominoes tumbling. I don't think my hands are steady enough for that. I'm not setting foot down there. The slightest bump could start those dominoes tumbling.
Yeah, we're bone Glottis.
Don't panic.
Someone told me like this was the moment they cried in the game, just hearing how scared Glottis was in the scene, because he gets really frightened. And it's actually a reference to a claim that a babysitter made about me when they were babysitting me. They said, "Oh, you were so scared when your parents." You would sit there and you'd say, "Mother, mother, I'm frightened." And I was like, "No, okay, first of all, I never said that. I never said mother."
Yeah, that's suspicious right there.
But it got to be this family joke. "Mother, I'm frightened, mother." And so that line actually got in the game.
Just want to thank them for giving me the opportunity to pull this lever again.
Maintenance has gotten pretty lax around here, apparently. It's locked, but there's nothing up there anyway. That goes to the upper dock, but nothing's docked there now.
Going to where the mask is and nothing. Hey.
Manuel Calavera? Well, what happened to the Limbo?
Hate to tell you, Velasco, but she went down at the Pearl. But we found a new ship, the SS La Mancha, and managed to...
The La Mancha? My old rusty bucket. Where is she?
Oh, well, we traded her in Puerto Zapato for a team of sled dogs.
That does it. I'm out of this stinking mob town.
But...
Thanks for finding my baby, Manny. Puerto Zapato, here I come.
Tim, how come you know so much about neurosis and psychosis? It's really
I don't know if this is all. I don't know if any of this is legitimate psychological knowledge or just what I learned from movies.
Well, speaking as sort of a crazy guy myself, it rings true to me.
I think that's it. That's fun.
Maybe I'll just finish this for him. I'd drink it, but I'd probably get the SS Lumbago stuck in my throat. It's locked.
Of course it is. It goes to nowhere. What? Why wouldn't it be locked? Cemetery.
Well, I think it's one of the real challenges for adventure games because so many things you make for an adventure game are single use. Like single use animation, single use scenes, single use textures. They're all like you do a first person shooter, you do, adventure game, like a platform or something like that. There's so many animations that get reused so many times throughout the whole game. And an adventure game, a huge amount of it is just custom throwaway, meant to be seen, once or twice, and occasionally, all the time, like walk cycles. But, it's not like Mario. At the time they were doing Mario 64, and it's like Mario has, a ridiculous number of animations, but it's a finite set, and it's like they can all be loaded at all times. In this game, you have to dynamically load all the animations as they're needed, and you have to make sure they're available before they're triggered, so you don't get these glitches, and while you wait for them. And a lot of them they're thrown away. They have to get, every single one has to be individually processed by a human to get them into the game and potentially rigged up. And that's one of the challenges of making adventure games is that you have all these sort of custom things and you want to reuse them as much as possible. But in order to do that, you have to automate a lot of stuff, automate as much processing as you can. But you still have to have that ability to fix things, in film, we'll fix it in post. It's the same kind of thing. It's like, we'll fix it in the engine, or we'll fix it in the tool, as opposed to we'll fix it in the source art.
And that's the, like you can walk to any room you want, and like all the little one-off assets. I think that's a unique challenge, technically, to adventure games that a lot of other games, other genres don't really have to address. But we're constantly like loading in custom stuff and kicking custom stuff out. And on this game, memory is tight. You walk into this room and we need 16-bit flipbooks of doors opening and closing and one-off animations of you may go and play the piano, you may not go and play the piano, and there's all this technical kind of tomfoolery going on of trying to get the content that maybe that somebody
Might be used.
might not be used. You might just be running through this room to some other room,
place, yeah.
and it's not like loading up a level in a first-person shooter where you're like, okay, I know what's going to be in front of the user at any one point in time, and we're going to use the same bad guy 50 times over. So I just need to get the stuff to run the bad guy in memory. This was this constant dance of like just-in-time loading and management of stuff, because you could walk into this room and spend 10 minutes in this room and explore every bit of content that this room could offer you, or you could just be running through on your way to somewhere else.
Back to this other puzzle.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I offended Tim once when I said, Tim, you should write scripts for movies. This is such a great idea. And Tim said, I make video games. I want to make video games. Why are you telling me to do something different? And I felt bad.
You cried that time?
No, I only cry at night, late at night. But
Tim was often at the office at nighttime. I remember him.
Oh, yes.
Locking his office door and me trying to peek in between the curtains he laid over top of the glass, and he would be in there for days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
When he finally got down to doing the dialogue stuff, I remember that it was always like a pressure valve that blew on him at one time or another, and he would just lock himself in and churn out this amazing dialogue.
No, I think Tim was a very intimidating person. To try and be funny around Tim was hard because he was so funny, and I never felt like I kind of rose to.
I relied on my funny Canadianness.
Right.
And my looks. That was enough.
I think it was, yes, your biting wit.
I think I bested him one time with a facial expression that was not intentional.
What was the expression? Can you do it for the people on the commentary?
You'll see it in the game if you look hard enough.
Good Lord.
Amazing. Interesting. Perhaps we can even be here. But maybe I can commentary.
But it was great. This
They're all
Grim
about
is definitely
commentary right now.
still sort of the most satisfying project I think I've ever worked on. It was just a lot of fun, and the Cuban actors, American actors, Irish actors, a guy from Hungary, just all over the place, just to bring that sort of diversity to it.
Coffin shooter 1, 2, 3, just pour, chill, and serve. I would, but I hate sucking gelatin straight from the tap. I don't need the hernia.
I remember some trickle-down drama from upstairs in the test pit towards the end where things didn't seem to be getting done as fast as whomever wanted them to be getting done, And I just remember, there was some question as to whether or not we'd have to cut a bunch of scenes or even a whole year from the game, or something, because stuff wasn't coming in.
That was terrifying.
Yeah.
Dirty plates can stay put. I'm not gonna eat off of dirty plates. They still haven't done these? Not portable. Not to sound like a capitalist oppressor, but I have nothing in the dishwasher.
Not anymore, you don't, Manny. You don't.
I would, but I hate Coffin Shooter 1, 2, 3, just pour, chill, and serve.
Calavera, what are you doing here? I heard you went pow in Zapato, Daddy.
Well, Hector LeMans tried and missed. Now it's my turn. I'm headed to El Maro to put him out of business.
Manny, that place has changed. You don't know what you're getting into. I'd better come with you. Just give me a minute to get ready.
Okay, but if you hear a loud explosion anytime soon, the trip's off.
What else do we do? Let's explore.
It's locked.
No commentary.
Actually, I think it was funny when you came in and you were all excited about working on this game. Like, I really like adventure games. I want to do this kind of thing. I want drama in games.
Right.
And I think about Telltale. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's pretty much in keeping. It was a long time ago. But I remember when you came in, it was like your game that you had worked on was like a helicopter game. Or
Helicopters.
Helicopters. And it was like as far different from this as you could possibly imagine a game would be. And I would not have imagined that a person who worked on helicopters was actually interested in adventure games.
There weren't any games like this. All I wanted to do was play with little people and computers, and I had gotten to the point where I almost ended up working on a baseball game because that was the closest thing I could find to little people and computers. And that's when I saw this. I was just like, it doesn't matter. I have to work on this.
Actually, I think it was funny when you came in and you were all excited about working on this game. Like, I really like adventure games. I want to do this kind of thing. I want drama in game.
I think I offended.
Okay. It was the same track. Still, thank you for the heads up. Let's see. It seems like a great place for something dramatic to occur. Well, it does seem like a great place for it.
Oh, Lola.
Yeah, the sprouting was came later as like a solution to a problem we were having narratively with the game, which is like, how do you make anything matter in the Land of the Dead?
Right.
Like, if you're going up against mobsters in a movie, usually you're afraid they're going to kill you or someone you love, right? Or break your thumbs. And Land of the Dead, who cares? You're dead, right? So we're like, how do you kill people in the Land of the Dead? And so we wanted to have it be that you were essentially brought back to life. Like, it went the other direction. You were returned to flowers. And then flowers become the symbol of death in a weird way in the Land of the Dead. But flowers are such a huge part of the Day of the Dead. Like the marigolds that you use in the Day of the Dead celebration, and the smell of marigolds are like a big part of the ceremony. So it was nice to have them be part of the game too. And then at the end of the game, we wanted to have this thing called the meadow, which was just full of flowers, which hopefully by that time would just look like death to you.
was like, hey, I can use this to bypass a big pile of dominoes. Now I gotta sit. But even if we barrel bullshit, it doesn't feel right to me. No. Let's do it this way. It's locked. Nope, it's not locked. Okay. Why the fuck would I need to go to a tattoo shop
I don't want to wake up Toto.
I have to say, coming out of school, I felt super lucky to, first of all, be hired by LucasArts by some colleagues of mine who went to the same school, and to walk into this building and see all the concept art for this game on the walls. I was like a kid in a candy store.
Yep.
It was instant,
they are.
Euphoric inspiration, and I just felt like the luckiest guy in the world coming out of school, getting to work on a project of this caliber. It was beautiful.
Stop
I can
moving.
imagine that'd be absolutely amazing coming out of school to go straight into this. Wow.
Hello, operator? Yeah,
Shut
it's me,
your
Manny. I was just passing through town and... Wow, still mad. I kill you! I don't want to wake up Toto. I don't want to wake up Toto. Stop moving.
Yeah, I seem to remember that as well.
Stop moving. Not picking that up. I don't want to wake up Toto.
So, like, why do we care if we would give him this?
Color cost more. I think this is something I should keep to myself. I am an artist. I don't really want to do that.
So, how about this?
I don't really want to do that. Not my fault.
It won't let me open.
I don't want to wake up Toto. That's one old fridge.
But it's showing.
Color cost more. Doesn't hurt.
Sudden panel.
Liquid nitrogen, not to be used on bone.
That's fun. So we need to get into something. And we'll be using that to do it.
Hold still!
I use the liquid nitrogen on the dominoes. Probably not going to be too easy. But we shall try.
It would just evaporate.
Okay. So. Now. We return to the only other part that doesn't seem to have anything functionally useful. Potentially. In the blue casket. was to put that on this, perhaps.
There can't be too much in here. I'd better save it.
Okay. Does it seem like a thing that could be done, right?
Ooh, food waste. As soon as I think of a use for stinky food waste, I'll give it a shot. You'd think after 2 years he'd have the little SS Lumbago's lifeboats on at least. I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to do that. That's what the lumbago diorama needed. Fake ocean water.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Anyway, so
That's what the lumbago diorama needed. Fake ocean water.
Okay, so we have this, and we have this.
And
Hang on. There. Love you.
Love you. Hey, microphone's still a usable thing.
I just can't do it without an audience.
Why not? I think you're not trying hard enough. I think you don't need an excuse to say things. I think that that's there for a reason.
Looks like it's open mic night. I just can't do it without an audience.
Just then, do it anything that can make a big noise.
I know what you're up to. I've been watching. Stay there. I'm yours truly, Hector Lamans. I know what you're up to. I've been watching. Stay there. I'm coming to sprout you myself. Yours truly, Hector Lamans. I think this is something I should keep to myself.
Maybe there's something that could be done there, but it's hard to say. There has to be something that can be done. So, Dambo makes little sense. So let's go back to the things we're trying to interact with in the first place right now. Because now I have a tiny bit of liquid nitrogen and a fucking boat. So let's see if those are useful in this room.
I don't really want to do that.
What's that?
It's, lumbago lemonade. Try it.
Perkly little aperitif, actually. Yes, sirree. Not bad tall. Tell me where you got that right now!
Olivia's kitchen.
Lumbago lemonade!
Manny, aren't we in a hurry?
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Oh, my stomach don't stretch like it used to.
Oh, Gladys.
Give him something to calm himself with.
I put his stomach through enough for a while.
We're gonna make him. We gotta make him pop.
So what is that stuff they pack canned hams in anyway?
So what is that stuff they pack? Jeez. That worked well.
Good show, my friend.
You wouldn't happen to have a breath mint on you, I suppose? Hey, good idea. I bet I could keep it down now that it's cold.
Just let me get across first, okay? Well, here goes.
Wow. Okay, well, there goes that commentary. That sucks.
Looks like Hector's taken over the whole town.
He hasn't had much resistance. There's only one small group who oppose him,
No,
and they
I
live out on the
said
fringes
the
of the
chat
city.
lag. You more than tried to tell me before I did that.
Places like this.
Thank you for trying,
I
nonetheless.
hope they're not hurting Glottis.
Ha. Shows what you know about this group. Their leader is a great man who...
Manuel Calavera, we meet again. I see you have found what you were looking for. How fortunate for you to arrive now, just as we too are about to achieve success. Our army has grown, and right now our top agents are in Hector's weapons lab, about to close in on the enemy in his own den. I couldn't have done it without you, Manuel.
It was a trap.
Stand back. There's only one thing to do.
Thank you, sir. You have saved me. But more than that, you have enabled me to continue to serve the movement.
What did you say about a trap?
Hector uncovered our agent in his weapons lab.
Okay. So they can cut off the sprouting if you cut off the parts that be sprouting.
You idiot, Bowsley. Your new lab assistant is
This
a
man
spy.
is so much
Haven't you ever
fucking
heard
taller
of a
than me.
background check?
How did the cat get so fat?
What?
No time to explain. Now I'll have to take matters into my own
all
hands.
sorts of different body shapes.
Take
and
me with
sizes.
you.
Of course
I've
there
longed to
would
be of service to your cause for years.
Those guys are solid.
Better save this part from sprouting. No, it might come in handy. I think that would be disrespectful. Memo to all agents. Priority urgent. In light of the recent disappearances, all agents are ordered to avoid travel in unlit areas until further notice.
Interesting.
We haven't done it in too many games, but having a year transition between things and changing the location and letting you pick up friends and travel, like, just allows you to have so much character development where Manny and Glottis have now been through a lot of stuff together, and they're in different clothes, which is, they're in different jobs, and they've moved from town to town together, and just starts to build this real friendship between them, which is nice. And I think I realized I'm going to put 4-year transitions in all games from now on, just so we can have that kind of relationship building.
It's attached pretty well.
Hector, I almost have that new bouquet of tulips ready for you. Listen to me once and for all, Bowlesley. You are not a florist. You are a manufacturer of weapons.
But
Yeah, I remember having to get extensions. That was like my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
No, I would have to go in because I'd be the same thing. Because I always advocate for the artist, and I did. I mean, that's why I loved working with Tim. He's so creative. And so we would talk and collaborate, and then when I'm like, no, look, this is the date, because I'm trying to say the date, and then he did the, the ship story. And so then we had to go get more time. And I was like, well, how are we going to do that? And then he was like, here's my technique. I go into Jack's office, and I stay in there, and I threaten to light myself on fire, and I just scream, and I stay in there until he extends the date. And I'm like, that's a great strategy.
Yeah, it worked.
I know. It worked. Threaten to light myself on fire.
Well,
That's
see,
my
we would never try that in the sound department because Jack would just say, "Go ahead."
Yeah.
this camera's showing nothing but flowers. Must be another fallen agent. This camera sprouted as well. That's 3 LSA casualties in one night. Who's the plant nut?
That nut is Hector Lemon's personal munitions expert, Bowlesley, a.k.a. the florist. That was his job in the old world, but here he is a botanical weapons expert. This has left him fairly conflicted.
Why does he make Sproutella for Hector instead of our side?
We've been trying to recruit him for years, but his lab is in Hector's tower. He's untouchable.
There was raiding. Let's just fuck around. There we go.
I imagine these pigeons being all over the game, everywhere. And they just showed up in a couple places, and it made me sad.
I think I wrote up a crappy bug about that. And I said, we want more pigeons.
Thank you, man. Thank
Closed.
I think we ran into the polygon limit, and we could only have so many. The pigeons,
We're
because
alpha flats. There were many alpha
yeah,
flats.
but there were a lot of them, and they were actually some of the highest poly things in the games.
It's my fault.
Because I think every bone got built on the pigeons.
They were actually really fun to animate.
Yeah, the pigeons were a real fiasco.
It's kind of
Sorry,
hard.
Alex.
It was my first experience.
I appreciate this. Finally brings some closure to the pigeon situation.
I think
I'm answering your bug right now.
Right now. I'm gonna
Let's
go
close
back
this
and
bug
check this
out.
off.
That was also my first experience animating something and not knowing how it was going to be used. So that was kind of like a different mental shift for me. And it was just the first time I had to make a bunch of idles and loops or, takeoffs and lands that all had to work together. It was pretty interesting. I remember swearing.
Gonna use the keyboard and explore some more. I can get this code. There we go.
I remember one day Tony came into the studio and he had a silk shirt on, and on top of the silk shirt he had a sort of a little sweater.
So many tracks.
Sleeveless sweater. And we were recording, and it was like, God, what are we hearing? What are we hearing? And the engineer's like, oh, I think it's a sweater. And we're like, hey, Tony, can you take your sweater off? Takes the sweater off. Back to rolling again. Sound's still there. So he took his sweater off and went back to rolling, and turned out it was a shirt that was making the noise. And we were like, Tony, it's the shirt. It's a silk shirt. And so he's like, it's okay. I got a t-shirt on underneath. So he was down,
Just stripping down.
he was stripping down into his t-shirt, and did the rest of the session in his t-shirt. But that was the thing with Tony, is he just loved, he loved working. And for part of the production, he was shooting at night on a movie, and there were a couple of days where he came in and he only had like a couple hours of, a few hours of sleep. And I remember saying, like, we can reschedule the session, and he's like, no, let's do it. And he always was
Nailed
there
it.
to give it his all.
Oh my god. So many tracks. Awesome.
One of the
many
standard
tracks.
things that happens in noir is a guy meets a woman that just spirals him into a world of shadows and intrigue and stuff like that. And sometimes it's because it's a femme fatale who's up to no good, And sometimes it's also a totally innocent woman who just happens to be on this path that she's in sort of trouble, and he gets pulled into it. So you meet Meche in this world, and it spins Manny off into this whole different path. But it's really, for some reason, it was important to me that Manny was actually partially to blame, or feel like he was partially to blame.
Right.
Like he thought he had caused her to be lost.
Right.
When it was actually more Domino's fault that she got sent off. He stole her number 9 ticket.
Well, you didn't want to blame the woman, like
Well, no.
say Double Indemnity does, or
Yeah, where she was actually scheming and
Yeah.
and where this is more just someone who Manny feels like he has caused misfortune to come to.
right, or Maltese Falcon does for that matter. Yeah.
We got another sneaky. Let's just walk, walkable.
Come here, little Manny. Ow! Hey, must be little Meche. Already got some. Would you like a bone, little guy? Ow! Not one of mine.
It's like, oh, there's so little of it. Who do I need to scare? The fact that I still have this implies I'm probably just gonna give that to somebody. It's like, oh my god, it's got me. It's a way to get rid of somebody that needs me.
Any messages for me?
Nope, calls stopped coming for you the day you left. They're still sending you that lingerie catalog, though.
I think this is something I should keep to myself.
I don't want. Oh, but there's a microphone. Oh my god.
Calling all cars, calling all cars. Manuel, is everything okay? Just testing the equipment, sir.
Salvador, maybe you should shut that thing off so we can talk.
That would probably get me court-martialed.
Anything useful in this garbage?
I bet the agent in this photo is the poor guy that Hector just shot. I bet the agent in this photo is the poor guy that Hector just...
I feel like I'm on the cusp of the edge of the end of the game here. But I'm also hearing a bunch of stuff in the background that if it starts to escalate, I do have to stop and be a dad here. Out of here. I'm gonna talk to me.
Okay, here's the plan. I need a disguise so I can get close to Hector, and a gun so we'll have something to talk about when I get there.
If you figure out that part, I'll go find out where he is.
His casino tower is directly above these headquarters.
All right, meet me there.
Volunteers quickly for danger.
As far as I'm concerned, she is the cause. Hello down there.
Commentary.
Oh my god.
Look at that.
I forgot about this set.
That looks like a painting or something. That's great.
Yeah, this is one of the... yeah, when you get a Peter Chan drawing, this one was a Widowmaker as well, where you just thought, how does that pipe go into that?
Things didn't quite line up.
You know, I was going to say that environment with the pipes in it, it almost had like Day of the Tentacle or Sam and Max feel to it. There's a lot of distortion in the pipes and felt a little more wacky than what we see in the rest of the environments.
No, definitely.
That's absolutely fair. There's some spaces. Space. My gosh.
I think something that helped make this game, one of the secrets to it, is just watching a lot of old movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of this, it's like some of them are references, but a lot of them are like plot elements, ideas of relationships between people. Is the subtle stuff that came out of watching old black and white movies, because they just did stuff so differently then. And I mean, I know there were formula movies back then, but they're not the current formulas, you know, and they're not as pat as the movies you'd watch today. They're surprising. Like old film noir movies have relationships between people that feel really different than modern relationships. Some of them are messed up and based on old social things, and some of them are just like cooler. It's weird.
Well, there's a certain stoicism that you don't,
and a certain
kind of reserve maybe you don't see in characters,
and a little
now.
bit of an honesty in characters. Like
At the
nowadays,
same time,
like you don't think the way people talk now. There's different layers of meaning to everything and different
like,
subtexts.
Say everything's cool, which means know, which means F you, which means that No, it's more like things.
So
were
even though they're old, they're very refreshing, is what I'm saying. Like Casablanca has a lot of just honest people talking honestly to each other in a way that's different than a modern movie.
But hearing all these names too, I just feel like a lot of times I've catch myself saying I went there instead of I worked there, because it was really like it was an extension of college, and it was just everyone, we were all friendly, we all hung out together. So whether we were hanging out at work or at someone's house, I mean, it was just all a blur,
That's funny. I went to LucasArts.
Yeah, Lucas High.
How about this one? Anyone down here? Monsters? Again? Can anyone hear me besides the scary monster? Dang. Go to sleep, sewer thing. Close your big clear blind eyes. Okay, I don't know what's down there, but I have issues with it. There can't be too much in here. I'd better save it. There can't be too much in here. I'd better save it.
We do the same thing over here, but...
There can't be too much in here. I'd better save it.
And I'm glad. Because if it was like, oh, he says save it on everything except that one.
I think this is something I should keep to myself.
The monster of the note gets there. Tells him Hector Le Mans is gonna come sprout him. those fucking letters.
Got to figure out some way to disguise this pretty face before I hit the streets. I bet the agent in this photo is the poor guy that Hector just shot.
Commentary.
Remember the big wall of concept art that was like and 15 feet tall, and you'll see on the internet, probably see some of it on the special edition of these pencil drawings that are, and you only get to see them one at a time, but there were hundreds of them, and they were all pinned up to this giant corkboard.
Yeah, it's like wallpaper.
Like wallpaper, yeah.
Yeah.
It was amazing to see this beautiful art transform from these pencil drawings on the wall into the game in front of you, and
it kept the style in a lot of cases. I mean, some of the things were the 3D
faithfulness.
scenes were amazing. Yeah.
The faithfulness to those original Peter Chan drawings is incredible.
That's fun.
It's not like Johnny Thunder lets just anybody in his review. No. I mean, being allowed to wear the Johnny Thunder makeup is an honor. Yes. A privilege. Yes. So I said to her, you give me that 10% discount or I'm taking my business elsewhere. You said that? Well, oh yes, I was mad, you know. And then, here's the good part. And then what?
Oh, are you here for the fun?
One of the cool things about this game too is that there's a few characters that actually went through costume changes throughout the game, which was a nice detail.
No, and it really gives you a sense of time passing.
Yes, I am.
Oh, that's too bad.
Because we just got the last 2 parts.
Maybe next season.
You don't say.
And the director says... Yeah. So then I says... So what did you...
Awfully hot coffee pot.
Mmm, show business coffee.
Oh, coffee, great.
There's more to this puzzle. It could not be so easy. I am to have...
About time we got a PA around here. Hey, kid, keep it black, keep it coming, all right?
Hey, put it back here. We gotta figure out what to put in.
So I said...
But we will at least try.
There can't be too much in here. I'd better save it.
Okay, not helpful.
Of course, as soon as I save up enough money for a double-N ticket, I'm out of here.
What? You can't just buy a double N?
Well, I know somebody who knows somebody who knows Hector Lamans.
Wow, you know everybody.
Well, I guess so. I am a busy man. Hey, get lost, pal.
Oh, yeah. So what did you...
Hey, get lost, pal. No autographs. Hey, get lost, pal. No autographs.
Come right back if it leaves the theater completely. Yeah, it does. I can't go. I'm going back.
You don't say. I am not kidding. Yeah. So I said. Really?
This snowmaker is huge, but the grinder part looks handheld.
Sweet.
Aha! It's a handheld grinder.
Yeah. Insert hand. Commentary.
There's no.
Weird.
This is a really boring fact. I'm gonna share it anyway. There's no inventory combinations in Grim Fandango. You can't use an object with another object in your inventory.
Oh, that's right.
So if you want to put the bone in the bone grinder, you have to put them in this receptacle in the room. Another weird mechanical contrivance from my own head. A handheld snow grinder that would plug into a giant snow grinder. I'm sure they have those, right?
Wait, what's a snow grinder?
It's like a fake, like to make fake snow for the show. And this is what I'm talking about. You can't use the hand with the snow grinder. So you put the snow grinder down, then put the hand in it, and then pick it up. And that's how you combine. This is a one object combination puzzle we have. I don't know why the lid on it closes. That was like really important technically.
I think he'd be happy to know his body was serving the cause like this. I think show people prefer it black.
Obviously, want to dress up in that costume. How about water? No idea why that would be now. No, I cannot reselect the drink. There's the bonus. Even though.
Out of the way!
I need the costume to go in through here. So I need to appeal to these guys. And back to bad buffering too. Yeah, I see there's been a rise in the, although the stream statistics are never accurate. How can realistically, ATM, how much longer is there in the game? Am I close to the end? Should I power through, or should we finish it on Coffee My Faces? Ooh, can I bring coffee up here? Big cool. One more play session. Yeah. Alright. No, we'll do this part just because you did give me the tip, and I'll probably forget what I was doing by next time. And can I just, like, dump it from up here? Exactly where it is.
Oh, what did you do that for? I didn't. You melted my makeup. I can't go on like this. I took you under my wing, and this is how you pay me back. No, it's not like that.
Or whatever the hell it is. Alright. Well, we got to burn some guys. It's always fun.
A little too hot for my pockets, thank you.
Let's like put it back there. I guess that makes it so I can go into this room.
Hey, kid, this is your lucky day. We got an opening, and you're the newest Thunder Boy in the Johnny Thunder Review.
Yes, I've been working for this moment all my life.
Then sit on down. We got to start your makeup. Now, don't go too far. You never know what time is showtime around here.
Awesome. And stylish. Jesus. So, I mean, this just looks like a great spot to save then. And call it, if we're gonna at least have Thursday to round this up proper. So yeah, this has been a long one anyway. I mean, it was quite a while before. Very interesting. And for some reason is making me think of Catherine Krebs' silly leg scar puzzle. that didn't even, had a ridiculous solution, all that sort of thing, as well. All right, but we're gonna button this up. I gotta go be a dad and all that. We've had quite a run and made it pretty far. Let's go ahead and throw the save on here. I always say it would save no matter what before closing the game itself. This is just a great shot, dude. I love the makeup. Definitely was fun. Always. And then we'll come back on Thursday and finish this one up. And then Saturday, unless I come up with an idea for some sort of bonus stream in between this and Escape, we will start Escape on Saturday, ideally. All right. Oh, and we will be popping back on later on tonight with Not Another Weekend, the new release from Dionysus Games, and that was fun playing around with last night. So, yeah. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a great one, ATM. Thanks again for popping on, as always. And we will hopefully catch people on the next stream. Take care, guys. Bye. Catch you next time.